And here we are today. So, newsflash, my favorite color is green. So we typically go with some kind of inspiration. So that is what you're going to see in front of you here. Funny thing, I collect McCoy pottery, and so does our designer, Kathy Blanda. So, Kathy Decker, I don't know what just happened there. So that's kind of our inspiration for today. We went with all kinds of different tones and shades of green, and we're showing how all of those work together and you can work it into a space in your home. I'm going to do the paint end of things and give you a little tutorial, and then Miss Kathy is going to come over here and she's going to give us all a little design help. I don't know about you, but in my house I could use a lot of design help. My house looks nothing like this. There's laundry, dishes. Lori and I both say that it would be great if Miss Kathy would just come over and redo our house. Is anybody on there? How's everybody doing?
Yes, there's people watching, and Chris says hello.
Hi, Chris. Here we are. So, big thing that we did today was so the colors that we're using today are Kitchen Scale and Luckett's Green. So those are the two that we're going to be working with. As you can see, I'm surrounded by both of those colors. So this is Kitchen Scale, this is Luckett's Green. So both very pretty green, green-blue, but they work really well together. I wasn't so sure about that when Miss Kathy said that that's what we were doing with these two, but she, of course, has pulled it off. The table in front of me is actually Luckett's Green, and the legs are not sanded and don't have hemp oil on them, so you can see the difference in the color maybe on camera, because that is not a finished piece. When we like whoosh in here and try and get all this stuff done, yeah, sometimes we're like all over the place and things don't necessarily get finished. But lockers, so odd thing to maybe put in your kitchen, but we actually made it work and it's gonna look awesome. But these are just regular old metal school lockers that we picked up at an auction, and they are done in Kitchen Scale. So Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint, we can paint metal with the paint. So prep work on these lockers, I did absolutely nothing. I did nothing other than they were like covered in some kind of like black gunk. I did clean that off, but other than that, I have done no prep whatsoever. So I was a little like, okay, either this is all gonna like chip the heck off of here, or this. It all stuck to it and it looks amazing, and we're all in love with the way it turned out. So that's what happened, but as we know, Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint is one of those like roll the dice and see what happens. So of course we had no idea what was going to happen, so this was a really big happy accident maybe? I don't know. So milk paint. I'm going to go over just the basics. So that if anybody is just joining us for the first time, what, Lori, what do you want me to do? So, your milk paint comes in a powder form and comes in these pouches, and you are going to mix your milk paint with water, which I don't have here because I already have my milk paint mixed. We're a little messy painting, so this is what our brush looks like today, and mixed it in just a regular cup, see-through cup, so that we can see. So all that's in here, 1 part, what?
Nothing.
Oh, 1 part water to 1 part powder. So that is how we mix a batch of milk paint. Like I said, I did not put any bonding agent in it to give it the, that there's no chipping on here. That is just what happened, which is good. If anybody has any questions along the way, Miss Lori is behind the camera, and she will, yell them out, and I will try and answer them. But milk paint is great for doing metal. So, and it went on super nice and covered really great. So coverage-wise, 2 coats, and the whole entire thing was completely done. So we probably, if we didn't want to have like complete full coverage, we could have probably gotten away with just one, because it really went on super nice.
Can we kick it out just a little more?
Maybe.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Yep.
So when I got these lockers, they had shelving in them, but it was pretty nasty. So we took all that out, and then Miss Lori put shelving back in it. So we're figuring these lockers you're going to be able to use as a pantry kind of piece. You're going to be able to store your mixer in there. You're going to be able to put your kids' snacks in there, anything like
Pots
that.
and pans.
Anything like that will be able to go in there. So this was a super fast paint too. Milk paint goes on really smooth and then dries really fast. So I started these yesterday and didn't work on them the whole day, and now here we are, we're finished today. So this is just the back. We're big on painting the backs of pieces. It just looks more finished. I know not everybody, some people think that that's a waste of paint, but we always paint the backs of all of our pieces. So as far as coverage and going on, that's one coat. What does it look like on camera? Does it look completely covered?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
There's just, yeah, like I said, you could just get away with doing like a little touch up, and if you wanted to distress it, I feel like you could get away with just one coat. But super easy to paint. And no bonding agent added to make it stick to the metal. This is just what happens. So we have come across sometimes where we painted metal, and it gives us that chippy, flaky look. On these, it did not. They're just like glue stuck to these suckers, and we're gonna call it a day. Now I did finish them with hemp oil. So if you all tune into us at all, you know that we absolutely love hemp oil, and milk paint needs some kind of finish on top of it. So that's what we chose as far as our top coat. So I'm not going to finish these whole things on camera, but I am going to show you. You're going to see a huge difference between what we hemp oiled and what we did not. This is going to make a little bit of noise, so close yours. Okay, so obviously hemp oiled side, not hemp oiled side. And luckily for us, I have some hemp oil here. Hemp oil. Ours is like a little. Don't judge us. There's a little bit of paint in there since we've been hemp oiling everything like crazy. But really simple. Just go over. How does that look? Can everybody tell the huge difference?
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah. So we just hemp oiled these, and then obviously this is a wood surface, so hemp oil isn't soaking in there. It'll soak in a little bit onto the paint, but doesn't have anything else to soak into. So we painted everything. We decided to just paint the hardware, everything on these guys.
They really look so good.
They do. I wish, oh my gosh, yeah. So this whole setup, we normally take our displays that we do and incorporate them just like they are here in our studio out onto the floor. So we have a spot all picked out for all of these pieces to go right out onto the floor. And luckily for anybody that lives close to us, all of these pieces are going to be for sale. Nothing here is something that we just use for staging. So the lockers will be for sale. The dry sink old cupboard, the table and chairs, and that adorable little washstand back there. I can't stand it, it's so cute. All of those pieces will be for sale in the store. So if you're watching and you live close to us, yeah, hop on over. Or you can comment on the video, because we'll post it on our page, and we can definitely give you prices. We'll also put pictures on our page as well. So super easy to put a coat of hemp oil on there. Like I said, we incorporated some shelves in there, so you'll be able to store all kinds of things in there. We left it's a locker, so we left where you would hang your coats and all that in there, so you could, I don't know, what would you hang in there? Something.
Your dish towels?
Dish
I don't
towels?
know. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, so you could hang stuff in there if you chose to.
Or utensils, spoons.
Utensils, that would be super cute.
It would.
Your ladle. So that, other than, we use rimple cloth, and that is how we get the excess hemp oil off. So you just want to rub that back off, because it's not going to soak into this metal. And that gives you a finished set of lockers. The only other thing that I could show you. So distressing, we get that a lot. Like, how do you distress as far as a piece of furniture? And like I said, the table is not finished. It doesn't have any finish on it. It's just painted. So when we go and distress a piece, we're typically going where it would have naturally distressed. So we don't typically like run through the middle of pieces. So this is actually a little bit chippy. So we run across the edges. This is Miss Kathy that's, kind of sneaking on here.
I want you to see more of the table.
She's going to give us some great design tips that I feel like we all need. So as far as distressing, just a sanding block or a piece of sanding paper is all that you need to go across your piece and give it that distressed look. All things that you can totally do yourself. As far as buying the paint, mixing it, painting your piece. Now this table, I just came in this morning and finished this table. So like I said, super fast and easy. If you can mix up some pancake batter, you can totally mix some milk paint.
For those just tuning in, this is Luckett's Green.
Luckett's Green. So now all I would do to this after I distress it is put the hemp oil,
I'm going to get close up here,
on top of here. That cures the paint, and once you do that, you're completely done. Some people like to actually put the hemp oil on and then distress their piece, which is an option. It makes it super smooth if you go over your piece and do it that way with the hemp oil already on top of there. So that's also an option as far as distressing goes. But hemp oil is our favorite and makes a huge difference in what a piece looks like. I mean, when you put wax on here, it'll deepen it a little bit, but hemp oil just kind of makes it so rich. That's why it's, it's kind of our go-to. So just to recap my end of it before I hand it over to Kathy, the colors we used today were the Luckett's Green and the Kitchen Scale. Both of those should be available at your local retailer. Comes in powder form milk paint, and you mix it with water, 1 part to 1 part. The finish we use today is hemp oil, and that's it for my end of it. I'm going to turn it over to Kathy, and she's going to give us some great design tips, and we're going to help her out if she needs anything.
Hello. She said a lot of these things are for sale. These are not for sale. These are my personal ones. I brought a few in. And when I was asked, what's your inspiration for this time? Well, this is my house. This is on top of china cabinets and mantelpieces, and you name it, you will find these everywhere. And one of the things that you can think about when utilizing pieces like this is not everything has to be filled. They are traditionally planters or vases, but that doesn't mean that's the way you need to use them. They're shape and form and color. And the vessels can exist as their own, enjoyed as their own. So what I'm going to kind of show you is how I do that. And our theme for today is kind of the unexpected kitchen. So as we talked about, the lockers being used as a pantry. So what you would do in a case like this is you get your jars, fill them with rice and beans and the like, and just fill them in the shelves. get your big KitchenAid pieces that are wide enough to go in there, like your food processor, and things that you just need to go to from time to time. I'm going to put these down here. You know, if you want to display them a little bit more open, I would go with, I had some baskets. Where did I put them?
Like little
I swore they were right over here.
But they
there
weren't.
they are. They are not over there.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so things like this all of a sudden become really nice. You see the light and the dark together. When you see the beans inside here and the rice, they do that same thing. They're going to give you contrast. So, you know, you've got your mother-in-law coming over, and you want to show off how organized you are, you just leave one of these doors open, and she'll be like, oh, that's so pretty.
As long as you have one of those, like, nice mother-in-laws.
Nice mother-in-laws. But your dishes as well. Here, I've got some old dinerware. Your dishes here, they've got the green on them. So what we're talking about today, I'm back, hello, hi, is monochromatic. That means that a family of color in various tones. So many times people come in the shop and they're like, but this is the color white I have, and this is the color cream I have, and they're so afraid to match the wrong white on white. And I try to give them permission. Go ahead. You can have various tones of white in a space. And don't be afraid that everything has to match perfectly, because it's going to give you depth and texture. And in your own home, a white's going to look different in every little corner because the shading is different. So where you have bright light near a window is going to look very different from the corner on the other side of the room. So again, I said I move things to the top of spaces, and I'm giving you a tour of my home right now because this is what I do. And something that is industrial all of a sudden is softened. I got a center, sorry. And look, this is my good side. We'll just put a few up here. So something that is so industrial all of a sudden takes on a whole new idea of space. And these are not all McCoy. Some of them are Roseville, some of them are art pottery from the arts and crafts movement. When you love vintage, you know exactly what these are. So I'm going to put these over here right now. And then I'm going to dress this table with something we did, which is an old toolbox. And we took the kitchen scale, painted the outside, left the inside natural. Give you a shot of that. And just hemp oiled it. Hemp oiled the outside as well. And you've got a nice centerpiece. Okay? She was talking about effects of painting on metal. Well, this is a piece we just threw some buckets on, and I shoved all the drawers in the wrong places. But to show you that this does not have a bonding agent into it. Hey, that's good. And it's starting to peel.
The drawers.
Hey, this is
She's like,
Special
this is okay,
effects.
this is what I do.
This is special effects. So you'll see it's starting to chip. And you can, okay, who put me on camera?
Put Miss Kathy in there today.
So this was another inspiration piece, our green piece. So I'm going to put it right up here.
There we go. That works.
Wow, but you can go ahead and you can give it some little extra. And once we hemp oil this, you're going to see that natural wood come through, and you'll see the combination here. Some natural wood pieces here. So, do we have any questions?
After all.
No.
So now here, like on the
Surprising.
side of here, like some people like that, like this look, and would just, you know, like really rough it up, and then when we go to hemp oil it, you know, that is kind of the look, which is a little different from what we typically, you know, do. We don't typically rough things up that much. But that's another look along with all of this really great shipping that's happening on top of this case. So this has been the Laura and Kathy show.
Yeah, I'll say.
So glad that you joined us today.
So if you have any questions, pick up your green phone.
Just call us.
Cool.
So
Right here. All the time.
we are here at Vintage 61 Storehouse. all of the Miss Mustard Seed products. We all know how to use them, and we are more than happy to walk you through anything. You can call us if you live in, I don't know, Alabama, anywhere. You can give us a call, and we will. We can walk you through any of these things, and we're always more than happy to do that. Lori's actually working on our website. We do ship now, but it'll be a little bit more user-friendly when that's finished. So we will ship to wherever you are as well. We are always more than happy to do that. So our store here, if anybody lives close, or if you don't live close and you want to, make a trip to us, you're more than welcome. We have about 20,000 square feet for you to shop in. And our store looks much the same as our studio here does. Miss Kathy goes around and decorates the whole place to look just like this. So you get all kinds of design and decor ideas, and you're able to see all of the pieces that we refinish. So when you go to pick your own paint color or use the Milk Paint, we have examples of all the colors normally throughout the whole entire store. So it's always a great, people come in, like Kathy said, with ideas of what they want to do. And when you see, it's a little different seeing paint on a piece than it is when you're picking up a pouch of paint. So we have tons of examples of what the paint colors look like. So come and visit us. Hopefully we'll be back again next month for some, I don't know what we're going to do. It's always, who knows what's going to happen. Or what Miss Kathy is going to make us do as a design idea. So join us. And like I said, if you have any questions, even if you're watching this video later, Miss Chris will answer all your questions. So just pop them on there, and she'll answer any questions that you have after it's been live. So that's about all from us. So hop on to our Facebook page, which is Vintage 61 Storehouse, and you can follow us, and we'll actually put this vignette out into the store, and we'll have tons of pictures of that. So you can see that on our Facebook page, probably, by the end of the week. We will see you all later. Bye!
Bye!
Thank you.